So we just finished a small little video talking about the results of the poll that we had on the video of Acuna Jr. Making that crazy throw. Talking a little bit about the results of the poll being a combination of. Let me take a step back. Most practitioners who took the poll thought it was a combination of maximal effort as well as dynamic effort. And now that you say that, you're like, well, it can't be because you can't mix those two things. The intent of those two things is completely different. So if you kind of work it back into training, training dynamic effort is far different than training maximal effort. And so one of the points that you brought up that I think is really kind of, you know, I'll just say that I forgot about were the maxims of strength and how intent, particularly in analyzing that Acuna Jr. throw, how intent constrained his system to then output dynamically, right? And
Hmm.
that's how ultimately, and that's why it's not a maximal effort throw. And so one of the things that I wanted to throw back to you, because you do a great job kind of explaining this, is, and we'll put it in the training realm, not the performance realm, because it'll just carry over anyway, is how intent, when we talk about the maxims of strength, how intent is the first thing that really kind of constrains the system to then uh, force the system to output the behavior that you want. And so, because when you talk about for those that watched the previous video, intent and effort are different in terms of what they produce. Okay, so go ahead and kind of just walk us through how intent is so important. Even from a programming perspective, how intent is important for training.
Yeah. Okay. So intent. So let's discuss it first through the programming lens, right? And with programming, what I mean by is we're the person that's going to be selecting what input they're going to do. Okay. So we have a specific intent for that input, and that individual's intent also has to meet us. Like those intents have
Yes.
to essentially like synergize. You with me? Right?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. But one of the things that's like often missed is like in the Acuna play, like his intent, right, is a maximal intent, but based off of the load, which is the other maximum, he's only going to get dynamic output. Like what we're saying is his network, because now we have the concept of the neural network of absolute strength. We're saying his network is so scaled up that that's the dynamic output that it gets.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
and it can compress, right? Like that's why people keep saying, oh, you guys really taking training maxes. It's like, yes, we are. Compression is very important. You can see in that video his network compressed and boom, got right. So so essentially, to get back to intent, right? And I think a lot of intent in regards to dynamic effort doesn't really come out of the Soviet Union. Okay. And stay with me on this, right? Even though the dynamic effort method exists, and it seems like from an evolutionary perspective, it's more based off of the field part of track and field.
Okay.
Okay, that's where from the reading that I've done, it seems like yeah, they're but nobody was really. It doesn't seem like it was like systemic, if that makes sense from reading the training logs. So essentially, um, where it really comes from is Dr. Squat Hatfield, CAT, right? Trying to move a barbell just as fast as you can, right? It's like I can't remember what it's like compensatory accelerated training.
Okay.
That's right. And now you're just trying to move the barbells as fast as you can. And that's when it started to popularize, I think, in training. And then I think what ended up happening was like dynamic effort was kind of lingering out there. Louis probably saw it. Then he saw what Hatfield was doing because Hatfield's trying to squat 1,000 pounds. And then I think like those two things linking up, then it's like, hey, we're really going to push like acceleration and velocity. And then now you have velocity based training as well. Like even the newest edition of Science of Practice of strength training is going to tell you velocity based training, not just dynamic effort. Right. But what
Okay.
happens is like what changes it, the reason why I went through that is what changes that is like, let's say that you put bench pressing and you put a load on there. Let's say that it's 185. If you don't give me the intent for the how I should move this, like that's also like I may move it not at the velocity that you want. But if you
Hmm.
say, hey, I need your intent to move this barbell at the highest attainable speed, now my effort is constrained to dynamic and the load is submaximal. And now you're going to start to get the behaviors that you probably want.